You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me.
Sounds fascist. I think the whole hero sidekick dichotomy only serves.
Where'd you move here from, dumb?
Hey, before we begin, follow El Twitter. The last one got banned because I posted Viper the Rapper. Follow El Instagram. I posted La Meme. Sub to La Patreon. I need money. And yeah, that's it. Oh, and I have a Threads now too.
My name is FuchsiaButter. I live in a low-income housing environment that goes by the government name of Section 8. By day, I'm a YouTuber.
No, you're not. You barely goddamn upload.
Just because I don't upload doesn't mean I'm not legitimate.
You rely on me half the time, stupid. We collab more often than you upload, period. We are literally about to do this goddamn Sky High video, which, by the way, is a classic movie. And you're sitting here eating candy corn and playing Bloodborne! You know, like, normally I'm the dumb 7-year-old because that's the dynamic we have, and that's the funny dynamic. But I'm at least doing like a 78.5% of the work half the time, or at least like without the 2% margin of error.
We're doing a Sky High video? Also, yeah, no shit. Eating candy corn and playing Bloodborne is 90% of what I do. I'm trans. What do you expect me to do? Go outside?
I expect you to at least move 6 feet over to your Windows Vista desktop.
Oh yeah? Well, you don't have a PS5.
I do actually, because I upload videos.
Oh shit, I didn't think I'd get that far. Okay, what the actual hell is this? Why did you pull me out of Bloodborne for The Flash?
Hey, watch your tone. This film is a classic. This movie, Sky High, is a Disney movie about superheroes who are high schoolers and go to superhero high school. Hence the name, Sky High.
Ah, that explains it. This looks like a Disney Channel original movie.
Actually, it was released theatrically.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this was one of those weird Disney relics that came out of nowhere and has stayed out of nowhere, ending up on the laundry list of Disney franchises Disney made and then fucked over immediately afterwards. However, unlike say Tron or National Treasure, there were no sequels, no shitty Disney Plus shows, anything. And yet, this film still has a cult following. And you know what? There's a damn good reason why. This film is way better than that Marvel cape shit.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those videos, isn't it?
So our film begins with what else? A comic book styled opening. Because you know it's a 2005 superhero movie.
We're given narration by this kid, and we're introduced to the two big superheroes of the movie, the Commander and Jetstream. Do you think her name is Jetstream because when she squirts...
Come up with better jokes.
By day, they live as Steve and Josie Stronghold, the top real estate agents in the metropolis of Maxville.
Oh, they're real estate agents. Are we sure they aren't supervillains?
They're real estate agents, not landlords, Butters.
Same difference.
So the kid narrating is Will Stronghold, their son, and the main character of our movie. And most importantly, Tears for Fears starts playing.
It's a cover, though. It's not even the real song.
But sadly, he doesn't have his powers yet. But he's able to fake it by putting on a bunch of weights before his dad walks in.
Wait, is the dad Kurt Russell? What the shit?
Yeah, you see, Butters, I told you this was a real movie.
But then a woman comes in, and already she's getting on my nerves. From her second line of dialogue, you can tell she's a bloated caricature.
Oh, you mean Layla, the girl who's Will's bestie and has plant powers? And is so obviously not the love interest of the movie? I mean, look, Butters, she may be very tropey and kind of poorly written.
I noticed you had some recyclables in the trash. I took the liberty of moving them for you.
Yo, really now, you did? But I mean, she's not like that bad.
I've got plenty of eggs, bacon. You know how my mom can communicate with animals?
Oh, hell no.
Apparently, they don't like being eaten.
Alright, never mind then. She's vegan. Fuck her.
Yep, that's Layla. The entire movie.
Seems like just yesterday you two were swimming naked in the kiddie pool.
The two then get a call and have some superheroing to do, so they slide down a pole and get on the news in literally 5 seconds, right where the giant robot is terrorizing the city.
And thankfully they have the Flash movie crew to make the CGI for this scene. CGI cape and everything, incredible. Good old Ben Affleck would be proud. Meanwhile, Will and Layla then leave to get on the bus for their first day of a high school. And already the bus driver is praising Will for being the celebrity child of the Strongholds.
You two, up. The seat behind Ron Wilson belongs to Will Stronghold.
It would be an honor.
Wait, the black kid is getting up and moving to the back of the white kid? You can't do that, what the fuck?
Butters, you're ignoring the grumpy goth girl. Oh, this is where my taste in women came from.
Wait, this was ground zero for that?
Yeah, sadly, I was a troubled youth.
We're also introduced to this blonde boy with the worst chain I've ever seen. Did he get that from Party City?
This guy definitely buys Rick Owen reps, you can tell. The bus driver then takes off his disguise and reveals the bus to be headed to Sky High, the high school for superheroes. He then straps everyone in in and using the power of modern-day Marvel CGI, flies off to the skies above.
Wait, if the point is to keep the bus incognito, what's the point of having the bus change to say sky high? And also, why do you have a suit under your suit that says sky high? It seems a little counterintuitive. We then arrive at Angel Island from Sonic 3.
Hey! No Sonic jokes. We have a no Sonic policy here.
Oh, shit, my
We
bad.
then arrive at the front of the campus where we get super sexual harassment. And thankfully, the perpetrators get frozen to death. Of course, however, 20 years later, Activision Blizzard employees would try to do the same thing. We're then introduced to two generic bullies, Lash, who can stretch himself, and Speed, who can run fast.
Why is the fat guy fast? Doesn't really make any logical sense.
I sold my soul at school for a pack of Gremlins trading cards.
We're also then introduced to a senior named Gwen. She's played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who would go on to play as Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim.
Thumbsville, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know, this actually explains my taste in women even further. God damn, maybe Freud wasn't totally incorrect.
But turns out Will instantly starts falling for her and finding her attractive and breedable.
So true!
Back to the gym, where we encounter a giant bowling ball, who turns out to be Principal Powers.
She then explains, power placement.
Power placement?
Sounds fascist.
Huh. I guess films were always making jabs like this. I thought it was a recent thing.
We then meet Coach Boomer, aka Bruce Goddamn Campbell, and he's trying out the freshmen to see if they're heroes or sidekicks. And we get such great powers like a melting black dude and a glowing man in the daytime.
I'm glowing.
I don't think so.
Why don't they just turn off the lights?
There's also a goth guinea pig and a bouncing ball transformation. How do you get that power? Do you eat a bunch of radioactive microplastics? There's also one guy who can shapeshift. Bruce Campbell is really into him.
Get out of here, knucklehead.
Damn, I think his hard drive needs to be checked.
Oh, also, Layla refuses to do the superpower thing because she's annoying.
I believe in only using my powers when the situation demands it.
Wait, but you randomly used your powers earlier. Did the situation demand it then?
Before Will can be judged, the bell rings and our heroes, or sidekicks, then go to lunch, where we briefly see this angry opium member.
Holy shit, is that Shadow the Hedgehog?
Hey, no Sonic policy. Aw, shit, he does look like Shadow, doesn't he? Fast forward a little, and Will runs into Gwen. Come on, Will, use your real power. Your fucking autistic Riz.
It makes me like it even more now.
Got to the gym again, where it turns out Will doesn't have his powers. But that doesn't stop Bruce Campbell from dropping a fucking car and then launching him into a wall. There has to be some sort of safety regulation for this. I'm not gonna lie though, the comedic timing for the slapstick is actually pretty funny. I'll give it a bonk out of 10.
Will then goes to the nurse, where strangely nothing seems to be broken or anything. This is where she gives him some very encouraging life information.
Kids who get bit by radioactive insects or fall into a vat of toxic waste, their powers usually show up the next day. Trinkets. Or they die.
What the fuck? Why is this movie funny?
However, she then reveals that the bus janitor is also a kid of two superheroes.
However, this character has no powers whatsoever.
Which means that Will might never get his powers.
Which is kind of stupid because, like, Batman and Iron Man don't have powers. They're just rich.
Will then arrives home, where he asks his dad to talk privately. His dad then takes him down to his Superman cave, complete with a pool table and a pinball machine. A true superhero
We
cave.
then get Kurt Russell expository dialogue on the pacifier, a MacGuffin that will be important later in the movie. But turns out the robot's head thingy that the dad took from the robot at the beginning of the movie is actually a secret spy camera for an evil, shadowy villain and their, jester. Why is there a jester in this movie? Are the writers stupid?
Okay, wait, off topic, hear me out. What if the commander and Jetstream are an allegory for a trans male and a trans female relationship?
Butters, it's 5 in the morning.
Okay, wait. Now look at their colors. Turn up the lighting on them. What do you get? The trans flag. See that, Dumsy? Explain that.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Will then goes outside and sits on the roof while sad high schooler music plays.
Oh god, I miss this trope. The emo sad kid trope. They still make these? I kind of missed this one actually. But then Layla shows up and the two have a conversation. And Will vents to her that he's scared to tell his parents he's gay. I mean, he has no powers. However, Layla then tells him,
When life gives you lemons?
Make apple juice?
Wait, is this also using her powers when the situation doesn't demand it? This character's giving me real when I do it, it's okay vibes.
People go, well, he's not being a hypocrite, and that's the worst part.
cut to the next day and our first real class, which is hero support, aka sidekick class. And the teacher is All-American Boy.
All-American Boy.
Who is himself a sidekick, a former one in fact, to Will's dad. However, he was never brought up to his children. Jesus Christ, the commander's a fucking narcissist.
Oh, the dad's a dickhead who never brings up his old friends to anyone. So this is where Omni-Man and Homelander got their foundation.
But then a power outage happens. This power outage, however, is caused by this character introduction of this big brain dude.
He looks like one of those big brain Wojak next. This is followed by a classroom montage, complete with a dude walking out in his underwear, which then leads into our main sidekicks studying at Will's house. The dad then comes in and we get a good look at his shitty cape. Oh my god, this really does look like the Flash movie. CGI cape and everything.
However, the dad is upset and weirded out that his son is hanging out with sidekicks.
So I guess the sidekicks are an allegory for minorities? Maybe this movie really is woke.
This leads to the dad finding out, oh no, his son doesn't have any powers. Bump, bump.
Gotta love how his dad is completely and easily fooled by his son's ability to quickly swap weights before he comes up the stairs. This is the puberty equivalent of Superman putting on glasses as a disguise.
The commander then talks to Jetstream, and he's disappointed in his son's super-powered autism, or lack thereof. I had a way funnier joke for that. I'm really sorry. We do, however, get an actually funny joke where the dad thinks about throwing his son in toxic waste.
Where can we even find a vat of...
Of course, if the dad were Homelander, he'd just throw him off a roof.
Cut to the next day where the bullies pick on the janitor, but thankfully Will defends him, and that's kind of it.
But then, during lunch, he pisses off Shadow the Hedgehog, who turns out to have fire powers. A superpowered fight then breaks out, Spider-Man 2002 style.
However, during the fight, Will finally gets his powers of super strength.
You know what's really fucked up? The environmental destruction effects in this scene are better than they are in most MCU movies. He uses real practical effects to make the building breaking more tangible. Let me repeat that. Sky High is one-upping most modern-day MCU cape shit.
Impressive. Very nice.
However, Principal Powers shows up and puts our characters in detention in the White Room from The Matrix, apparently. Will then arrives home and gives the news to his parents. However, they're upset at him for starting a fight, or so Will thinks, because his dad then brings him down to the man cave where he congratulates him for having his powers and showing that bully who's boss. And he even rewards him with an Xbox. The dad rewards him for getting in a fight at school. This is hitting a little, close to home, man.
Get your ass in the car! You just made your father proud! Yeah, I'm gonna do
But the bad guys are still spying on them, which is real bad for the economy.
I think the real fucked up part is that it's revealed here that his middle name is Theodore.
William Theodore Stronghold.
As a result of his new powers, though, Will is transferred to the hero schedule, where he now has to ditch his old friends to be lab partners with Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Bro, if I even had like a small talk conversation with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I would be like whatever the fuck the emotion on the life of Pablo was.
Now, if I fucked this model and she just bleached her asshole.
It turns out she's a technopath, where her powers are controlling technology with her mind. Her powers are basically whatever Steve Jobs had.
But now, oh no, Will's hanging with his cool new friends instead of his old friends. This makes Layla mad at him, so he promises to go to a Chinese restaurant with her.
I wonder if he'll completely fuck up on his promises.
Will then start some beef with the bully characters, who challenge him to a game of Save the Citizen. A game of 2 teams of 2, where 2 heroes have to compete to save the citizen from 2 villains.
bisexual! Yeah, that means 2!
However, the villains choose Shadow the Hedgehog as Will's partner. My question is, why does the opposing team get to choose the members for the opposite side? Doesn't that seem a little, completely unfair?
Remember when we used to use real citizens?
Wait, they used real citizens? Like, they murdered them?
Remember when we used to put illegal immigrants in danger?
Holy hell, what kind of school is this?
Clearly an American one.
We then get our crazy Save the Citizen action scene. Thankfully, though, Will wins the game, goes home, and Gwen is there at his home for some reason. Damn, what a crazy stalker bitch, but it's Mary Elizabeth Winstead, so it's okay.
Wait, isn't she a senior? And Will's a freshman?
Oh shit, what the fuck? You're right.
Honey, Gwen here is a technopath.
And she's legally dating a minor.
So because of this, Will ends up ditching the vegan shoddy. But it turns out that Shadow the Hedgehog is working at the restaurant and ends up vibing with her.
Wait, is that a non-vegan dish? I thought she was vegan.
The egg rolls and vegan.
It come with egg well.
This begins the stupid-ass love triangle, which I actually didn't entirely hate in the movie, actually. It's very tropey and very kinda cliched, but it is the main focus of the movie without being completely egregious. Plus, the plot twist later in the movie kinda ties in with it. It's not gonna win any awards or anything, I wouldn't call it exactly good, but believe it or not, I didn't entirely hate the love triangle itself in this.
Wait, a love triangle that isn't complete dog shit? And it's in Sky High? I would say tone down on the grooming, though. That part's a little... But sadly, Will encounters Layla and realizes he stood her up.
He then apologizes, but then tells her he's going to homecoming with Gwen, which makes Layla very sad.
However, she then announces to Will that she's also going to homecoming, but with Shadow the Hedgehog.
Of course, she didn't actually ask him. She just wants to make Will jealous.
I have no clue how anyone would want to make this Marty McFly dressing fucker jealous, but oh well.
Of course, however, now Layla has to actually ask Shadow to homecoming. Now, this is my favorite part of the love triangle. Shadow the Hedgehog does accept going going to homecoming, and he's completely down with pretending to date her. However, he never shows romantic feelings for her ever. In fact, quite the opposite, and is actually annoyed by the whole sidekick friend group. However, the reason he's involved in the love triangle at all is just to fuck with Will, which is just so goddamn funny. Anyways, Gwen then grooms Will into throwing a party, which he says is a homecoming committee get-together. However, it turns out it's actually a wild party, or at least one that a PG movie can get away with, complete with drinking soda after 7 o'clock p.m.
Will then invites Gwen to the Superman cave because he's a fucking moron.
And then Layla shows up to the party uninvited, but then Gwen gloats to Layla and fucks with her and yells at her, all while a cover of Voices Carrie plays in the background.
You're just embarrassing him. You're just embarrassing yourself.
Damn, bitch, go off, white woman.
Something tells me they did have sex in that basement.
Thanks, Butters, for that mental image. However, Will is now mad at Gwen because Gwen fucked with Layla, and so Will dumps Gwen. But to be honest, if this were me, I would just cut my losses and go for Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Mary Elizabeth Winstead? More like I'm going for Mary Elizabeth instead of you, bitch.
What the fuck is wrong with the cameras, man? Show the angles right.
But uh-oh, his parents show up in the middle of the party. So now Will's life is pretty much fucked. So he tries to hit up Layla to apologize to her.
That's my phone, but I ain't giving up.
So he tries going to the paper lantern to find her, but with no luck, sadly. We do see some of the teachers there, though.
The mad science teacher is getting some mad pussy, dog.
Will then encounters Shadow at the Chinese restaurant and reveals that he isn't going to homecoming. But then Shadow brings in the Oppenheimer truth bomb, where he reveals that he's just going to homecoming to make Will jealous. Will then goes, "Oh man, I hurt Layla so bad." But this is Shadow's response.
Must have been a real jerk. Doesn't matter what I do, I can't get him to stop talking to me.
And then he just leaves. That's the whole scene.
Such a fucking dickhead. It's actually kind of refreshing for a high school movie to have this. And I'm in.
So now it's homecoming night and Will is staying home, but his mom tells him that everyone makes mistakes and gives him a yearbook. However, plot twist, he finds Gwen in the yearbook with the pacifier gun, which is now missing?
Yeah, shit. That would make her, like, 40.
He contacts the one bus driver and gets to Sky High as fast as possible. However, he's too late because Ramona Flowers at homecoming reveals that she's a Bible Man villain.
Oh no, Kamen Writer. Where's MangaKamen when you need him? Right here, dickhead.
Oh my god, stop breaking the wood on the MP4s. Anyways, yeah, turns out she's the one with the jester who was spying on the main characters the whole time. And that MacGuffin gun, it turns people into babies. Oh, and all the superheroes that are dickheads, they're working with the bad guy for some reason. I guess the pay's good at least.
Meanwhile, everyone in that room is a superpowered being, and none of them know how to properly use their powers. Bruce Campbell, for example, just stands there like a fucking idiot.
So all the sidekick characters sneak out and thankfully meet up with Will, who's able to give his motivational "sorry, I'm a shithead" speech. He then makes out with Layla because, he's sorry. And don't forget the ukulele, buddy. The bullies then show up and all the sidekicks split up, and TLDR, there's a whole final battle thing, and they defeat them because that's how the plot's supposed to go.
This is the most underwhelming school shooting I've ever seen.
You've seen more than one?
The villain then gives her evil villain exposition. Turns out, she was casted out as a sidekick when she was younger, but she, after a fight with the Strongholds, was then turned into a baby, and she wants to reboot Sky High as a villain school.
However, Will then confronts her, and it's final battle time. So TLDR, Will beats up a woman, a base? There's also a scene where a goth girl becomes a guinea pig and cuts a wire. I think that's very important to describe.
All the while, the bus driver beats the shit out of the jester guy. I just kind of think that's important to describe. Ramona Flowers then throws Will out of a window, but thankfully he can fly. Now he can properly beat women and finish that job.
But then the school starts falling and, oh shit, it's a Tom Kenny cameo. I can't believe Will saved Tom Kenny from Angel Island. The fuck's going on in this shit?
So Tom Kenny is saved, and that one big brain scientist is smart enough to make an anti-baby cure.
And now everything is back to normal. Hooray.
The sidekicks are then called heroes, and Homelander's wife fucks American Boy, and Ramona Flowers is locked up.
I went through puberty twice for this.
Hey, yo, put that in quotes right now, bro.
We then get a dance party ending where Will makes out with Layla, all while a cover of I Melt With You plays.
Wait a minute, that's Bowling for Soup. What the fuck?
Speaking of what the fuck, the glowing guy got with the goth girl. Don't you wish that were you, Dumsy?
And with that, that was Sky High. Now, this movie is indeed a personal childhood classic of mine. The thing is, yeah, the film is very tropey and pretty generic overall, and it certainly feels like one of those time capsule movies. But you know what? This is a pretty fun movie, actually. There are quite a few funny gags in the movie, and I won't lie, the idea of a high school story being about superheroes has a very interesting novelty to it. Not only is the film a kind of self-aware semi-parody of superhero tropes, but it also explores themes of inadequacy and general insecurities within the superhero realm. How certain lesser powers might make people more insecure. It's not deep or anything, but hey, there's something there. It kind of feels like a prototype version of like Invincible or something. So yeah, this movie's a lot of fun, even if it is very derivative and not perfect at all. Overall, yeah, this movie's pretty fun. Your turn, Butters.
You know, this movie didn't have me at first with the first half. I was kind of bored throughout it, but then once it got to the second half, it started to pick up for me and I really started to enjoy it. It is an early 2000s, basically Disney Channel movie, so it has that charm and it has some quirks associated with that. But overall, it's not bad. It's inoffensive. It's pretty fun.
Butters, that was a fucking awful opinion. What the fuck's wrong with you?
You're a dickhead.
Everybody wanna be
Fuck you in the lanes you came with. Me and you ain't on the same shit. You ain't in my lane, bitch, nah. Throw that shit in fifth, rollie on my wrist. Ay, baby, you a star, I'm my only wish. I'm counting blue honeys, I'm too money. Ay, and my little bitch, she too lovely. Yeah, hanging up and calling me right back. Ay, baby, why you calling me like that? Yeah, getting high with the seat, lay back. Baby, gon' relax, yeah. Hey, they don't know the half, yeah. No matter what happened, I got your back. Baby, that's the facts, yeah. That's the facts, yeah. We can fight, but the feeling's gone. I try to find the words, but they never come. I can still see you on the lawn. Hey, laying outside in the summer sun. Yeah, we can fight, but the feeling's gone. I try to find the words, but they never come. I can still see you on the lawn, hey, laying outside in the summer sun. Hey, I'm with a dark-skinned girl on a Sunday, that's that Black Sabbath. She put them ones all down on a Hyundai, and she had to have it. Baby, that's the facts, yeah, that's the facts, yeah.
God damn, give me a Denny's maple syrup foot job too while you're at it.